What is processor and how processor works? In today's era of technology, most people use computers, and before buying a computer, see its feature, which processor is installed in it. But even today there are many people who do not know about what a processor is, so for your information, let me tell you that a processor is the same type of chip, which is connected to the motherboard, the work you do in the computer. It is the work of the processor to complete it. Whenever you input something in the computer, then the computer tells the processor that it should be ready for that work. What is processor? If you explain in easy language, then it is a chip installed inside any computer, mobile. When you run an application in a computer or mobile, its functions are controlled by the processor itself. Today I am going to tell you all the important information related to the processor through this post, in which you will know about what is processor, how many types of processors are there, type of processors, and what is its function. About all these in detail. We'll know. What is processor? Processor is a circuit board inside the computer, which is like a chip and is connected to the motherboard. The processor itself controls all the arithmetic, logical, input-output and other operations of the computer. It processes the instructions given by the computer. It is also known as CPU or brain of computer. If you run an application in the computer, then most of the functions that occur in it are controlled by your processor. A processor is made up of 4 basic elements, which are as follows. 1. ALU, arithmetic logical unit. 2. FLU, floating point unit. 3. Register. 4. Cache memory, in which ALU and FLU perform basic and advanced arithmetic and logical operations. The results are then sent to the register, which also stores the instructions. Cache memory stores a copy of the used data, which acts like RAM. History of processor. The processor was first invented by the Intel company in the year 1971 by 3 Intel engineers, Federico Fagan, Ted Hoff and Stan Mazzo, a single-chip processor, the size of which was much larger than the currently available processor. Over time, new processors have been invented and Intel has provided processors with less size and more capacity, keeping in mind the needs of the consumers. How processor works? Processor works on 4 operations in the computer. Fetch. In this, the processor receives instructions through RAM, random access memory. Decode. Converts the commands and instructions given by us into binary language because computer understands only binary language, and then decodes those instructions or data one by one. Execute. In this process the computer executes all the decoded instructions. All these instructions are sent to other parts of the processor for execution as well. After this the CPU register keeps all those edited instructions safe and finally displays them on the screen to the user. If you explain in simple language, then whatever command you give on your computer or mobile, the processor executes them. The faster the processor of your computer, the faster will be multitasking, gaming, video editing. The work of the processor is that whatever work you give it to your computer. What is core in processor? The speed of the processor depends on the core itself. Core itself shows the capability or efficiency of the computer. If the processor has a single core in the CPU, then it will be able to do one job well at a time, and if the processor has more than one core in the CPU, then your system or computer can do more than one work at the same time, that too good speed. With nowadays, keeping in mind the demand of time in work, multiple core processors are used in the CPU so that the computer can do more than one work at the same time easily and with good speed. Types of processors. There are different types of processors in a computer. 1. Dual core processor, it has 2 cores. 2. Quad core processor, it has 4 cores. 3. Hexa-core processor, it has 6 cores. 4. Octo-core processor, it has 8 cores. 5. Deca-core processor, contains 10 cores. Intel and AMD processors are more prevalent in the market at present. Conclusion. You have learned in this article what is a processor. In this post I told you what is a processor. I hope that I have given you complete information about types of processors. And share it as much as you can on social media, and also tell your friends about the work of the processor so that they also know about its information. If you have any doubt in our post or you want to ask something related to this post, then you can ask us by commenting in the comment box. We will solve your problem and doubts. We will be happy to solve your problem.